Now entering Theseus Excavation Site 24 on planet Cori 5. All off-world transport via home teleport at base of installation. All finds property of the Sisyphus project. Radio uplink available. Broadcast location, Mine Science Laboratory, Space Station Theseus.
What you're telling me isn't possible. Tell me who I just ejected into space. They'll be here in a day's time. Why not? There must be something we can... You can't make me do that. I won't do it. Off-site quarantine procedures engaged. Attention, hull breach in Sector 1. Emergency personnel to waste management.
How did you get back here? Why are you following me? Look, it's too late now to apologize. Just let me go.
Please respect other crew members in the communal areas by keeping noise to a reasonable level.
You're still here. I suppose it's answers you want. Well, everybody wants answers, and I don't have any. They do. The ship, do you know where it is? Did the Watchers take it? No, mindless. How could they? I found the ship. We can't leave. I'm afraid to stay. Don't come up here. If possession means anything anymore, then this isn't yours to see. You came anyway. You've seen what's left of the ship. I suppose you had to see for yourself. I suppose watching a mind unravel into bare matter is cathartic. I suppose. Who is this I doing all the supposing? Is it still me? Is it them? There's only one way to be sure. I just don't know if they'll let me take it. Who are you? I beg your pardon, this place changes people. My name is Chalmers. I worked here a long time ago. Oh, but I'm afraid I'm headed for the mine Scilab with some urgency. I'll try to... Ah, there you are. Couldn't leave you for dead now, could we? Take the transport beam up to research. Get a move on. I'll give you the orientation on the way. The truth is, we're all in danger. Come meet me at Mine Sci and I'll explain. You'll have to gain access to the high security labs first. Them on Corrie, we thought the Watchers were dumb slabs of rock. It took years of study to accept that they were alive. Not like we are, of course. They have no physical senses, no moving parts. Still, I find it hard not to wonder, can an electrical impulse in a rock really be considered a thought? You're in. Good. The only access to Mine Sci now is via gravity control. From where you are, you should be able to access an airlock. You're going to have to take a spacewalk across the station exterior. This is where we developed the device in your hands. We looked at the way the Watchers communicate and built a delivery system for it. To be frank with you, we didn't know what on earth it was at first. It turns out it swaps people's souls about. The problem has always been, no matter how far you dig down into the human brain, you'll never identify something that is consciousness. But But the Swapper has taught us that the mind is some fundamental part of the universe which is not physical, and which we can now control. You made it. Good show. But we're running out of time. Dennett and I, we underestimated the Watchers. We have to stop them. Looks like gravity control's inactive. Get it online and come help me here. You're here. Good. This is the first Watcher we ever discovered. The head. It sorts, filters, and distributes the thoughts of every Watcher in broadcast range. It also killed the crew. They're like every other living being in that respect. You corner them, and the defense mechanisms kick in. Very effective. Something in the air. We probably have a few hours to live. Unfortunately, these things are practically indestructible. There's no time to jettison them all and nowhere to run. You're going to have to engage it with a swapper device and take control. Once the Watcher mind is in your body, it'll be harmless. Once you're in there, just try to keep it together until I can come and pull you out. I wish you luck, but honestly, it should be straightforward enough. Get away from that thing. That isn't going to work. There's only one way to do this, and it's mine. Extrapolating from your behavior thus far, I can only conclude that you're hopelessly deranged. Very well. Head towards control. I'll see if I can't come up with some common ground. Well, I had hoped to reason with you, but trusting others to see sense is how we ended up like this. No, I won't ask you to examine the evidence and pick a side, only that you act in your own self-interest. I am going to land this station on the planet below. Unless you detach the solar panels first, Theseus will be destroyed. Now, you're looking for 3 solar maintenance modules. There should be one for each of the major control installations. I'm headed back to command. Have the panels detached by the time I get there. We took the Watchers from their home. We pushed them. They fought back. Return them to the planet. End the fight. Oh, hell, you don't know the first thing about that device she's brandishing so nonchalantly. Why am I even bothering? People don't like to hear that the soul is merely an array of chemical signals, that what's like to be you is just the byproduct of a very powerful computer. I say that if you explain a magic trick by reference to magic, you've not explained a damn thing. Have you seen anyone else on board the station? No, I'm not sure either. Immaterial. You should be in a position to detach the first panel now. I shouldn't need to harry you. I'm sure you're as eager to see your rescue team as I am. When the corpus callosum separating the 2 hemispheres of the brain is severed, the result is a seemingly normal yet partially divided consciousness. I sometimes see what the mouth can't name. I tell you this macabre detail to suggest that the mind is not a single transferable entity. It is a complex physical machine that buys the brain for you.
It's not been easy working with that woman, you know. Everything is as simple as it looks with her. It's called the Swapper device because it swaps souls about.
A fairy tale if ever I heard one. What if there's no soul to swap? Okay, landing gear is moving into position. Trajectory is plotted. Disengage the remaining panels. You should have been able to detach the last panel by now. I hope we were right to trust those survival instincts. It's likely the Watchers aren't even aware they killed the crew, just as you're unaware when your immune system killed the virus. Once our fate was clear, Chalmers and I took steps to protect ourselves. No, the only way to survive is to land the station, to return them home. Okay, we should be clear to land. We're waiting for you at command. We may get off this station yet, though in how many pieces? At least this way we have a chance. You're
wondering, I suppose, how a person could survive here so long. I've had time to wonder that myself. My conclusions are non-cognitivist in character. The terms person and survive are too ambiguous for reasonable discussion.
Stop! We don't have time for this. There's something I have to show you. Load up the specimen holding log. Where are you? Who said that?
Both good questions. I can only answer the former with certainty. It took us years to... We are currently inhabiting these brains. We are these brains. Do excuse Dennett. Some people don't realize identity theory is more out of date now than when we sealed ourselves in here. We had a choice, Dennett. Die out there, starve in here, or use the swapper device to inhabit these research specimens and await rescue. I'm not proud, but which would you choose? In retrospect, certainly not the option we took. I know what you think. I was asking her.
I'd have to believe you first.
The evidence is right there. Take a look. Wait.
What you're telling me isn't possible. Tell me who just materialized in front of my eyes. Tell me who I just ejected into space.
You ejected your clone. Perhaps your clone ejected you. Does it really matter? You're still yourself. Copies of copies of copies. What's important now is that we get off this station.
The ship I came here in is fried. I have a rescue team on the way. They'll be here in a day's time.
Not soon enough. Why not? There's a light bomb on this station that will kill us in a matter of hours. And you just unsealed the only shielded section. We were safe in here for decades.
There must be something we can do.
There might be, but not like this. You have to use the device to release me. Swap places with me, just until I can put things right. It's not as simple as that.
You can't make me do that. I won't do it.
Even if I were in a position to make you do it, I wouldn't. You have the same choice we did. You can die here, or you can do what you have to go on.
Then you talk this girl into using the device. Now look at us. We're 3 different people locked into one body by your damn swapper. Does crazy even apply here?
My mind was my own when I came here.
You two can think what you like. I am going to land the station.
You're going to kill us all? Good. We should have done it my way.
Incredible. After all these years, you still cling to these dogmatic intuitions about the soul. The device doesn't work like that. You wanted to swap with the Headwatcher and take control. It would have destroyed you. I don't believe you can adequately explain how you know that, so I defer to the simplest explanation. Not a soul necessarily, but something which remains, even if the physical facts change. After all, we've been through countless bodies, but I still feel myself. If I'm right, then how would you ever know?
I want to know.
Please, let's keep things civil now.
You've taken everything. You've given me no choice.
Please don't.
There's only one way to be sure.
We'll be ready in approximately 13 hours, Theseus. That's 13 hours. Out.
Theseus landing sequence activated. Landing compromised. Landing compromised.
This is Rescue Charter 509 Alpha responding to SOS request. Stand by for risk analysis. Ground the ship. Subject checks out okay, but readings are off the scale. Recommend 4 quarantine protocols during extraction. Over? Don't worry. We're gonna get you home.
I've shipped aground. We don't have that facility on board, and we're not confident we can safely extract without it. Over.
What are your orders? Over.
Take every precaution and return to ship. Out.
I'm sorry.